Hi there, back again with another episode of the Unlockdown Talk Show. And today I have with me in the studio two amazing people whom I met recently on Clubhouse. And both of them, after traveling for a long time alone, got married recently, found have the same outlook towards life, and then they are dreaming very big. They want to buy a van, convert it into an electric vehicle, or buy an electric van and use it to travel the entire world. I can see that friends are joining the stream already. Hello, Devesh. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good morning. I think we have international viewers also here. And to all of those who will be in a recorded version, please subscribe the channel for all regular updates. I am Dr. Abhi Ghosh, a traveling general physician from Groville Foundation, Nagpur, and we are an NGO with big dreams of growing 1 lakh jungles. So, in this quest of connecting with interesting people, I happened to be on Clubhouse recently, where I met this person whose name intrigued me. His name, which I saw on the Clubhouse bio, was Sanyasi Traveler, and here he is with his lovely wife, whom he met recently. Welcome to both of you. I'm thrilled to bring the stories of both of you for all my friends. My community is a very small and a very well knit community. I have 50 to 100 friends who uh, travel with us on a regular basis and help with us in various things. So, this is a message to them and to everybody else who will be coming and watching this feed in the future. So, hello, both of you. Let's have a short introduction from both of you.
Hi everyone. So I'm Divya. This is my husband Nitin, and we just got married recently, and we both have a passion for traveling, and we eventually want to open a rescue farm for animals and give back to the earth as much as we can. And we hope this our journey inspires other people to do the same. And I just want to say it was so great meeting you, Doctor. And when Nitin told me about you, I was like, he's doing such incredible work. And, it's very inspiring. And I think the big problem is there's a lack of education with a lot of people. And what you're doing is you're bringing awareness to so many people that don't have access to that.
Absolutely well said. I am very happy that both of you could find each other. A few words of introduction from Nitin, whose name is Sanyasi Traveler. He has lot of followers on Instagram, and but then this guy is a very down to earth person, as you will find out just now. Over to Nitin.
So, sir, basically, I'm from Haryana, like a very small town, and even I was studying into the boys' school and everything, like going like that. I started engineering and I dropped out in the mid, then started a job and did a 2 year job, and after that, I entered into the modeling and did 2 year modeling, and then I find myself into somewhere like a very scary moments and like that, and then I quit the modeling and went back to home, and then one day I realized what I am doing. Then I went again to Delhi without even a money, then started work into the fashion production house and all like that. And then I met her, and then we talk about, I love to travel, like I always wanted to travel. That's why I entered into the fashion industry, because they are giving me free travel, free stay, free food. So that's, and even the money. So I was working like that. So that's good for me. And then I met her. Then she said, ki, like, we gonna do together everything, travel and everything. We gonna do van life. Then we make it a plan. Ki, okay, how we gonna do? We think first, keep the visas not going on. We can start from the India.
India.
Yeah, because and the last, if you wanna set up our base into the India when we are opening the, like, she loves to do rescue animals. She are crazy about animals, like anything. So we decided to make a rescue center into the India. We can help some, like street dogs and the cows and whatever. Like, we can find any animal who need a treatment, stay home, like that. So then I came here and then just waiting for a, like a documentations and van. So in the end of this year, these things are coming up. So we're gonna start our van life for 15 years, like from US to all over the world. So we can see everything, and like we're gonna meet amazing people like you, and so many people are coming up in this journey. So we're gonna travel together. So like this is going on.
Great thoughts, Nitin, and I'm sure whatever you're aspiring, you will get there very soon. Van life, this concept is very new to India.
Yeah,
Rest places in the world, people have been doing van. I mean, people have been living out of vans for a lot of years, and we have been seeing a lot of YouTube videos. I think all the YouTube videos that I saw in the last couple of months, yeah, I'm sure you must have also gone through them. So I see a pattern of things in most of the videos. There's always a couple, there's always two people who are required for this.
yeah.
So very difficult for one person to do it. I am solo at this moment, and I'm looking for a partner. Anybody who's hearing and wanting to join me in India, most welcome. I'll be traveling for 2-3 years at least. I've got an interesting travel plan where I'll be doing medical camps at various places, helping people doing tree plantation and a lot of awareness work. So please hit me up. There's a comment section below, and leave your comment if you want to join me in India,
Sir, like it's
or
not ki like
if you want to join and meet our friends as they travel. I would like to ask you the next question, which is when it comes to selecting a van, what are the things that we need to keep in mind? So when you answer this question, आप इसको थोड़ा सा Indian context में भी आप answer देने की कोशिश करिएगा, so that
India.
all people who will come across this video will get an idea कि इंडिया में van lifing चालू करना है तो कहाँ से चालू करना होगा. Yes.
Yeah, I can talk in a Hindi or in English.
आप जैसा चाहे बोले. English,
See,
Hindi, English mix, that will be,
मैं
I think, more
थोड़ा सा
proper.
हिंदी में बताता हूँ कि जैसे कि इंडिया में, कि मैंने इस बारे में थोड़ी थोड़ी लंबी रिसर्च की थी कि इंडिया में आप अगर सोलो ट्रैवलर हैं और आपको एक बजट वैन लाइफ शुरू करनी है, तो इंडिया में देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ ऑप्शन की, लाइक इफ यू वांट टू डू solo van or like just a two couple, so you don't need a big van because Indian roads are very tiny, and you always face the traffic problems over there. So that is the main question ki, like there is some options like into the Maruti, like one of the Omni. It's a very like a classic van ever, and the after that they introduced the Eco. So these are just a very small van, and you're gonna set up your one folding bed and one small countertop, and in the rooftop, like you're gonna put the solar panel and just a battery, and you're gonna start travel, and it's a really cheap, like you can get into the 30 to 40,000 normal, and the just you want a little bit of good condition, you're gonna buy it on a 1 lakh around. And then second option is coming up, the Eco. That is upgrade version of the the Maruti Omni. And the third option is you can get it, you see the Tata Magic, Mahindra Supro. So Tata Magic and the Mahindra Supro is one of the amazing vehicle, because they are give you, like if you put it a 1 liter diesel into them, then they will be give you like a almost 22 kilometers in a 1 liter diesel, and very reliable. Like if you break down anywhere, you cannot find any mechanic, he gonna be fix the Tata Magic, Maruti Omni. These are very normal vehicle. You can find those mechanic in anywhere into the India, any corner, because they are very popular in India. And the third option, if you have a little bit good budget, if you have a little bit good budget, then you're gonna do like buy the Force Traveler. So that gonna be upgrade your like the uh, lifestyle, because Force Traveler have a little bit good space into inside, like a very good space. You can set up a big bed, fixed big bed, a small couch, and the washroom, and everything gonna be set up in there. So, and the other options also, like, but in the my thinking, ki if you are going to travel, basically, if you are doing travel here or anywhere, you need a 4x4 vehicle. That is definitely you need it, because you don't know about the roads, ki whatever where you gonna fix it, fixing the problem. The 4x4 going to help you to not fix into the problems. And one thing is a main key, you definitely need a, like, the in the house, the air pressure motor system key, like you gonna, if your tire is punctured, or you gonna fix the air, and like this one. And one is the main a winch. You need a one main winch into the front of the car, because if you stuck and there is a no help, so you're gonna, like, help with your own self with the winch, so it will be help you on that thing very easily. And yeah, and these things are one of the
So,
most you need in the van.
yes, I'm sure people who are listening now and later on will pick up a lot of things that they need to consider. I was interested in asking you a question. When somebody wants to start a van life,
Hello, we do require taxi permit for van.
there are questions like first taxi permit for the van. I think this is a question in the Indian context. Nitin, you can go and answer this first.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, like, it's a requirement taxi permit if you are buying the, there is a some specification on the van. Like, if you are getting Omni, if you are getting the Tata Magic Eco, so you don't need a taxi permit for that. You can register personally and you can travel. But when you are getting, like, in the Force Traveler, there is a lot of the option in the Force Traveler models, like a two window, three window, three four window. So, like, till two window, you can register two window option into the personal way, but you need to be do something specifically modification inside. You just put it four seat inside, and you just show, okay, this is my personal vehicle. So that is another option. But if you are getting like a normal vehicle, like a Tata Winger, and the Tata Winger is also very good option. It's a have a very good space inside, and you can register that to personal, like for the personal. You don't need a taxi license for that. You can just travel for that. And the van, the Omni, Eco, Tata Magic, Mahindra Supro, so you can register these into the personal.
So thank you, Nitin, for this answer. Amit, I hope it answers your question. My observation is also very similar. If you are looking to buy any of the vehicles which Nitinji just suggested, then you could buy it in the taxi permit and use it as a motorhome. Like Nitin said, there are a lot of options of vehicles that you can buy in even the white number plate. And the solution that I hit upon for myself was buying a scrapped and almost end of life Matador van. That is what I have just picked up a couple of months back during the lockdown. I found it in a scrap condition. And I've just picked it up and done the basic body work and kept it standing in the garage. My plan is to, as the cash flow happens, convert it into an electric vehicle using the standard modifications, which are also done on similar vehicles everywhere, and also fix a solar panel on the roof. It has to be a pretty big solar panel because I need a lot of power, and it is always good to have surplus power to run all those winches and other things that Nitin talked about. Before going ahead in this discussion, I'd like to know from the lady what are certain considerations that one must have when, as a female partner in such journeys. What are the challenges and how to overcome them?
I think when I realized I wanted to live this type of life, I always grew up in cities and I worked and I was living out of my car for 8 months just by personal choice, just because I wanted to really disconnect with the world and technology, because we all spend so much time on that, focused on that, and we don't appreciate the simple moments in life. And I think that's when I realized this is how, we're meant to live. And a few of the challenges that I faced in the beginning, where how to take care of, like, personal hygiene, where to freshen up, and sometimes it's difficult, like, if you don't have a way of cooking, you don't have a stove or something. I ended up building my own fires and cooking over the fire, which in itself was such a great experience. And in the beginning, I used to go to like fast food shops, or any like Walmart, grocery stores, and use their restrooms. But then I realized, I could just use the stream or the lake. I don't need to do that. So I think once I got into the groove, then it became more comfortable. I think a lot of it is too, you have to really let go of a lot of things. I think a lot of people in general, and women, they care about like material things and things like that. That's something you really have to, let go of, and realize, like, if you want this life.
How was your experience of sorry to cut you off here. How was your experience of living out of your car for a couple of months, as you had experimented sometime back?
Oh my God, it was amazing. Like, there are moments, like, just I would pull up to, a lakefront or lakeside, and just open the back door, put on some music, and just sleep, and just really, reflect on yourself and life, and it just really, like, awakened something in me, and I realized this is how I want to live my life. And I can't do that. I told my parents I can't do the 9 to 5. I'm not like a typical, like, I can't do the working lifestyle. I have an older brother, and he lives in Virginia. He's a doctor as well. And my sister-in-law, she's also a physician, and we're very close, but we're also so different in the sense that they have one child now, they want 2 more kids, but they like the luxuries in life, and they like traveling, like, going to 5-star hotels and fancy places. And I'm like the complete opposite. I was like, if I want to travel, I want to travel and with the local people, like minimalistic, and I don't want to stay anywhere and not make any plans, and just see where.
Wonderful.
And
amazing. Beautiful thoughts. Minimalism is something which is really missing from the lives of many.
Yeah.
Yes, please go on.
And another thing is, so I was born in Hyderabad.
Yeah, you please go on.
Yeah, I lived there until I was 2, and then we moved to New York and then New Jersey. But I would always go back every year with my family to visit. We still have a lot of family there. Every time I went back to India, I was, it felt like I was going home. Like, it didn't feel like, it was some other place. I always felt comfortable, and I, try to go back as much as I can. And every time I'm there, I always find myself spending more time outside with the dogs on the street, and all of the stray dogs. And I've built so many connections with them. And, I'm just, everyone, my parents are like, what are you doing? You can't go and pet them and touch them. And I'm like, no. I was like, they won't harm you. I was like, they're more loving than you would realize. They've seen a bad part of life, and they just need someone to show them affection. And they're actually the most loving creatures ever. And it eventually, like, my dream too, is I want to go back and do something and help all those animals. And even
so, you have thought of some plan that you would like to execute after finishing your entire travels over the world? What kind of rescue ye home are you planning for these dogs, and where are you planning to do that?
We were thinking in like Himachal, right?
Uttarakhand or
Uttarakhand.
somewhere in the
Somewhere in the
Himachal.
mountains. Yeah. Because it's like, even I thought about doing it here. Eventually we thought about maybe buying land here in the US, like in Vermont somewhere. But then we were talking and I realized, like, there's so many more animals and stuff, and there's so much more we can do in India that we can't do here. And there's so much help that's needed there. And I think it would really make a difference if we put our efforts towards that.
Amazing. I would like to tell you that we also run an NGO here in India called Grow Wilderness Mission, and our mission is growing 1 lakh jungles. Apart from working on Sustainable Development Goal number 4, which is quality education, and Sustainable Development Goal number 15, which is life above land. So, in the form of tree plantations and in the form of these informative talks with all of you, we are slowly moving ahead in our mission. So, moving on with some more questions about van lives. I want to know from Nitin, what are the various options he has in considering choosing a van, and what option is he looking to buy for himself?
Actually, like I am thinking like actually we wanted to adopt like a 2 dogs, something like that too when we are start traveling. So I am thinking too we should have a this space where we can sleep. I have some ideas to make a so like down we can make the couch and we can make the lift bed. If we don't need a bed, we can just press a button, the bed going up and down. We have a full couch. You're gonna sit in the day, work like whatever we are doing, and we're gonna stay. And some little bit space for the dogs, they can sleep on the couch. So I'm just considering that option. At least we need a washroom also, a small like a cassette type washroom. In the emergency use, we can use that toilet there. When you are living a like a bad life, you are a couple, so you need to be think about also a little bit privacy. So that is, and like in the downstairs like we're gonna make this that setup if somebody guest in our van and he want to also sleep, so we're gonna put the bed into the mid and downstairs also the one bed. So in the small van, like almost the 4 5 people can sleep easily. So I have that idea in my mind. So I am not using the propane like a gas LPG. So I'll use the electric stove. So it will be work from the solar panel. So like that. Your voice is
What is the power option you are planning to set up in your van, and what different kind of options can van lifers have in this?
actually there is a power for the like there is some option like lithium battery power banks, and the some also like a normal batteries. Those batteries we are using into the inverters, but in there is a one thing is a main like lithium batteries taking less space, and they are not dried. Like they have a good life like 10 to 15 years. Lithium battery have a life, and the acid battery have a main problem if they discharge you're gonna get problem. Like they can discharge easily and they are not giving you as much power compared to the lithium is a very little bit expensive but very reliable. You are free from almost 10 to 15 years from the power. And yeah, I'm thinking first if the electric van is came up, then I need a more solar. So I can't fit it all the solar into the van. So I'm thinking to make something portable thing, like a box type. There into the sit into the van behind. But when I want to stop my van, just I out and put it into the outside. Then it's gonna be charge the van. So I was thinking those options. Like roof, I can cover it with the solar, but I can take some extra solar panel in the under the bed. so I can use that for the charge my van. So like I can take out from the van and put it in the road where we are staying.
Okay, so probably the next thing that I want to ask you is what kind of a driving license probably both of you would require for such a journey. जिस तरह का journey आप plan कर रहे हो उसमें किस type का driving license required होगा और
Actually,
इंडिया में रह के भी ये करना चाहेगा उसके लिए क्या options होगा?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I searched about that thing in the US. If I'm doing here, so I don't need any specifically license here. I just when I make the whole van, so I can register it as a RV here. So RV, if you have a RV, so you don't need the specifically license for that. You can drive with your normal license. And in India, like if you have a small vehicle, what I talked about, like Omni or the Eco or the Tata Magic, Supro or the Tata Winger. So on these small vehicle, you don't need a like a big license, like a heavy license or the light license. You can drive these vehicle with your normal license. Yeah, but if you are upgrading yourself into the big, like the Tata Force, no, sorry, the Force Traveler. So there is some option. It's a you like in the Uttarakhand government opened that thing. You can register your vehicle as a RV here into the Uttarakhand state. Like if you register there, then you gonna travel with your normal license anywhere into the India.
Okay, great inputs. So probably I think anybody with an international license will be able to drive this all over the world, I believe, right?
Yeah. Like yeah, even the if you have an international license in the English, so you can probably drive anywhere 6 months in any country. You are free. You don't need to be registered your car for 6 months. You can drive 6 months without registration. But if you are staying more than 6 months, then you need to be registered your vehicle into the whatever they have the uh, agencies for the registration. But if you are in a 6 month, so we are just thinking like that. Okay, when we are just traveling, when we have a left days, we can move different country. When we just left small some days, we can move to different countries. So we are just making those things. 6 months you can stay in any country without any registration of that, and you don't need to be get a license. Yeah, you can get an international permit, driving license permit. That is easy for you. I mean, it's a very easy to get the international license permit.
Wonderful.
And even
I was inquiring about the process of these things here in India, and so far the information that I have gathered is that if I am buying a vehicle like a Force and modifying everything inside, then I have to go to the local RTO and put a registration for put an application for getting converted into a motorhome. That thing
actually that
exists here, but very few people in the RTO are at present aware of it.
yeah, they just said ki no,
Yeah,
we don't know what it is. I
go
mean,
on, go on.
it is like they just said that. But in Uttarakhand, that is the I knew some person. There is one person, Bharat Karma. He registered from the Uttarakhand. So this is like he told ki like I registered there, so it's a very good. The vehicle modify according to need, then I think insurance would be increased. That's so it's according to you ki what you added inside the van and like how much is like a cost of the your vehicle, so you can get it. If you are registered your vehicle as a RV, then you need a RV insurance for that thing. And I really don't know about in India any insurance company providing the RV insurance, because basically the RV registered the they people are registered the RV like the film star, they have a vanity van, so they are giving you that specification key like this is the vanity van, like the artists are using those like these big film star, you can see they have a big bus and like that, so they are using like a vanity van. But if you have a
So
small
I guess anybody who is considering a van life in India will have to do a little research on these areas because since this thing is so new in the country, especially in India, that many people are not even aware that you can register your vehicle as a RV, and even in India, as of let's say August 2021, which is now, still don't have RV charging stations on the roads. We still don't have places where we could park, fill up water. Although there are a lot of jugaads that we can do, and we have been doing it through ages. Even I was living out of a car for a couple of years between, just as an experimental thing. And I found out that it is pretty easy if you can just learn a few things yourself and become very minimalistic. In fact, I also saw that when I shifted to my car office for a couple of months, and actually it went on to a couple of years, 2 years actually, intermittently. So I saw that a lot of things started falling at the correct place. Like I always, I mean, when I'm out on the highway, my time for meals is correct, which is at times घर में गड़बड़ हो जाता है, but when you're traveling, you can have those things fixed. So personally, for me, I felt that the highway traveling lifestyle is going to suit me very well. Even because being a doctor, my services are required mostly at all places. And in this last couple of years, I have experimented being a traveling doctor. So anybody looking to connect with me and wanting to do a medical camp or me to see a lot of patients at your location, please get in touch with me. My number is in the description below. And moving on,
Can I ask you something,
we have
doctor?
heard so far. Yes, ma'am. Yes, please go on.
So when did you realize that you wanted to pursue this lifestyle? Like when did that happen, or how did that
So
happen?
I really thank you for bringing up this question, because this will be like a two-way conversation now, and I'm sure everybody completely changed in 2003, and I had a brain hemorrhage and paralyzed my left hand and legs. So there was a reset button which got pressed in my brain at that point of time, and after that, everything that has happened is I started living on a day-to-day basis. My only aim is to do a lot of good things throughout the day, which makes me happy. So basically, I started living in the moment after that. And since then, I realized that the more I am traveling out in the unknowns and meeting people, the more difference I'm able to create in many people's lives. See, actually, I have a habit of saving phone numbers of people, everybody on the road whom I meet and whom I interact. And during the pandemic, what happened? All these people started WhatsApping me their small queries about the pandemic. So I was able to get involved and help a lot of people in this. And that was the time when telemedicine guidelines came to India last year, March. And I saw that this is a perfect opportunity for me to explore. In any ways, the number of doctors in India who are willing to serve in the rural areas are very less. And being the kind of a travel bug, it takes me to a lot of obscure places. And since the last 10 years, since I've already done these medical camps, so probably why not do it in a better organized way? In fact, one of the reasons why I bought this van was to convert it into a kind of a mobile office on the wheels and have a kind of an OPD out of it. So that probably we could maybe take the treatment directly to the location wherever we are visiting. We have impromptu medical camps, we have impromptu healing sessions, and we can use this like a mobile dispensary. So that was another thing that I am considering. So that is the reason why I am not finalizing the design of the van yet. My requiremements are also the same as probably everybody's. I need a working space, a couch, probably to do a little bit of work from my laptop, or maybe from some writing work. I probably need some kind of a system to cook. So I have thought about using the yeah, induction cook stove, which will probably run off a solar inverter. And apart from that, I will also have a standby backup wood stove, which I will use sometimes in the wild. So apart from that, I think I will have one kind of a utility table, which will be like a workbench when necessary, a patient examination table if required, or it can also maybe develop as a cooking area if required, and something at the back to stretch the legs at night to sleep basically. But yes, but then I was going through a lot of experiences of people who were in the process of building some motorhomes in India. There are few Facebook groups that you can check. There's a very nice Matador Rides India group, and there is a camping in India group where few people are experimenting building their motorhomes. So looking at their experiences, I'm still not sure finally what kind of configuration I'm going to have in my van. Probably I'm alone here. Probably that's the reason why I'm not able to make that decision. Once somebody joins the team and gives me ideas, probably we will have a lot of things to look forward to. So tell me more about traveling, and since when have you been traveling, and how was your childhood like? It's really. I mean, I don't find people interested in van life on a daily basis, and getting in touch with both of you, I wanted to do this session because just like me, I'm sure a lot of others will be having a lot of questions. May not be now, but maybe later on when you're hearing this, if you have any question, do let us know in the comments, and we will try to answer all of them. I'm sure this video that we are creating here will be relevant for a long time, and a lot of people will come to this and get some ideas about how to get started on their van journey. So let us hear from the lady about her interesting travel experiences that she would like to share.
Sure. I just want to say, your journey is so incredible, and it's so inspiring to hear. And thank you for sharing that with the world, with all of us. And it's really so great. There's not a lot of, you don't see that often. And I think in India too, van life is not really, like, it's just now picking up. I think I see a couple of people doing that, but I hope it inspires other people to really go out and do something and really explore and live their life. So for me, I was growing up, my dad is a physician and my brother's a physician. So I went to college thinking I'm also going to be a physician. So I majored in biological sciences, and then I eventually realized that, I don't want to do this with my life. I can't do the routine life. Like right now, I work in a medical office. I've worked in the medical field for the past 6-7 years, but I always notice that I can't do a routine 9-to-5 lifestyle and do the same thing every day just to save money for the future. Maybe have kids. We actually don't want kids, which is also another thing we bonded on. I think a lot of people, they think they have to settle down, have a family, and they have to do this a certain way. But, why do we have to do these things just because society tells us to do that? It's important for each person to be happy in what they're doing in their life. And I think it's important, as long as you're not hurting anybody and your intentions are good, you should follow your dreams and pursue your dreams. And I always connected with animals more than I did with humans, to say. I prefer animals over humans, because they're so loving and loyal, and they never judge you. They'll always, give you a second chance, regardless of their past, regardless of being abused or anything. And I love all types of animals. Recently, we had raccoons in our attic, and they were living there for a long time, and I wanted to keep one of them, like the babies, but that didn't happen. But I'm really crazy about, I love all animals and everything, and our dream is to just travel, see everything, explore, give back to the earth, rescue animals, and do what we can. And I don't think, just because society says you have to work and work and work and save money and save for your retirement and have children, and that's not what life is, and then retire and then you can enjoy life. Like, why do that at the age of 65? Like, we should do that when we can, when we're young. I would rather, we need to do that now while we can. And then, when we're at that age, then we want to relax. That's not the time to like enjoy life. Like, enjoy life, but in a relaxed way. But we should travel when we're able to. I think that's important.
Absolutely, I completely resonate on that point. And the time is definitely now. If you are thinking of becoming a digital nomad, then this is the best opportunity, as we have all realized. If you can do something and get a online assignment, then you can practically live your complete life from the highway in such amazing places. You can simply go park your motorhome anywhere you wish. Just put the 4x4 and go up the top of the hill and have that amazing view for the night. So I'm sure you must be considering doing all these crazy things, right?
Yeah, and if you really want something, you can accomplish that goal. It just depends on how badly you want it. If you want it, you can make it happen. And I think a lot of it is like, the stigma that we have to live a certain lifestyle. We have to have insurance. We have to have this. We have to buy a home. We have to save money. And I think, like, for us, it's a really great thing that we both don't want children. Children are very difficult. I think they're a financial responsibility, emotional responsibility for life. And it's not just until you're like, 18. It's a life commitment. And one of the biggest things I've noticed, especially with working and meeting with people here in the US, was their biggest regret was not traveling and exploring the world when they were younger. They reached that age and like, I wish I did this when I was younger. And they want to do this now, but
yes,
they're like,
walk and explore yourself. Yeah. Yes. So it is very nice that it is probably I mean, very, very good that we have realized this early. And I'm 40, and if we are able to start exploring this alternative lifestyle at this age, then we probably don't have to wait up to 65, as you have just heard.
Yeah. And what you're
because
doing is,
that is what we saw our previous generation lived up to 55, 60, worked their asses off in government jobs, and then had a burnout, and then they wanted to travel. By the time arthritis hits them and they are unable to travel. So this bold step that this couple has taken here, in fact, both of you should also connect with my kid sister. She's also in the US, and even her thoughts will resonate. she's also a big traveler, although she's stationed at one place and she shuttles out here and there. I'm sure hearing very amazing conversation with both of you, a lot of people who are wanting to become a digital nomad will probably get confused. People think it's just up to you. The moment you decide, you can start off at that time. So,
I think it's
Divya, your thoughts, yeah, please.
it's very. I think also another thing. It's like
Please
growing
go on.
up with an Indian, Indian background and family. There's certain expectations, and your family wants you to do certain things, and it's hard because most families, like, they struggle with that. The kids, they want to live up to those expectations. So like my brother, he went that route, and he's a doctor, and he's happy, he has a great life. And for me, it's like I'm the complete opposite. I was like, I thought I should be a doctor. I was like, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to be an engineer. I don't want to be a lawyer. I was like, I want to do what makes me happy, and I want to work with animals, and I want to explore the world. So I think it's hard I feel like a lot of people, there are people that feel this way, but it's hard for them to break out of that cycle.
Okay, so probably after this, we would like to know a little more about financials and how are you probably planning to manage your financials? How much would be the starting investment that is probably required? Maybe Nitin will be able to answer this better. Or how much money does one need to save up if they're wanting to consider a van life, living a van life in the US or in the India. So, what are your thoughts on this?
So, I mean, from what I've seen too, there are people that literally, like, went into the van life with as little as $1,000, $2,000, nothing, and they jumped into it, and they just went with what they had. And if it's something, I believe if it's something that you're passionate about, you will find a way to make it work. You don't need that much money. There are people that save more money and invest in it. Right now, like, I've been working, and just really to save up money for our dream, to buy our van and just do what we want. And I've saved up a good amount of money, and I've invested money into a couple of businesses and into stocks. So we do have a good amount of money, and I think it's not like, I think a lot of people also think like, when is the right time? When should I do this? I should set a goal. That's what I did at first, but then I think we realized there's never going to be a right time. You either have to do it or you don't, and you just have to take that first step and just say, this is it. There's never going to be a right time. I think you just need to jump into it. And I think eventually everything will fall into place.
That one, absolutely agree with that one. There is, whenever you think you want to start, that is probably the right time for you as a listener. Yeah, great. So, what are the various electric van considerations that somebody can consider? Nitin, this question goes to you. What are the different electric vans that one can consider as of we are sitting in August 2021? So, what are the options that you're getting for yourself?
Here is some options, like one of the Ford is introducing Ford e-Transit. So it will be cost around a new one of $51,000 to $55,000. And the second option is a Mercedes. They are also launching. The third option is one of the Cano. Cano is also launching. Fourth option is like the GM Motors also launching, and the fifth option is Tesla. I think they are also launching, and the seventh option, the Rivian also launching. So these are some options, but now in these days, just two three options is available. One of the Ford, it's a very small one, and the one of the I think the one of the European company also launched it, but they didn't came here yet. So right now, the electric cars are available here, like a Tesla. So it's available, but the van is not right now available. Like there is a one option with the Tesla. They are launching the Cybertruck, but Cybertruck is not came yet. But that truck is a like a almost like a 300 miles one charge. I hope like that 300 miles. So like we're gonna make in the that electric truck also like our small van type something concept, but it will be not came yet. These are some options, and I consider more Tesla because they have a very good technology comparing than any other.
Absolutely, completely agree on that one also. And as I am observing the electric van market unfolding slowly, I see that few companies like you just mentioned, you will find the link to all of those in the bio of this video and also in the comment section. I'm observing that these companies are mostly bringing out commercial vans with a very limited range option. They're not giving more than, let's say, 200 miles. So, what is the optimal range that a motorhome buyer is probably looking at, and how do you plan to solve
I think
this issue?
I have a one good idea about that thing. Like if Ford is giving 130 miles for the one charge, so I was thinking at that thing, ki, okay, the Ford is giving whatever they are giving like a 130 miles. So I cannot do it. Ki we can buy the one of the big like a battery pack and fit it in the van. Ki we can use that thing into the like another power bank for the van. So we're gonna use that power bank for the when the actually the van battery is going die, then we're gonna be transfer the charge electricity from the that power bank to the van. So like the van batteries are different like a it's a separate, and the another power bank is a separate, so it's gonna be gives a double like a 260 miles. So it is enough, I think so. 260 mile is not a less amount of that.
So this additional power bank will also be charged by the solar, or you're planning some different kind of charging mechanism for that
No,
one?
I was, I was thinking that thing like whenever like okay, we don't have a big space to fit the big solar panel. So what we are doing thinking uh, whatever we have a solar panel, so we're gonna charge first the our main power bank. Okay, and the if that will be charged and that gonna be start charging the actually the van, and like if we stay somewhere in a 7 days or 6 days, so it's gonna be enough for the we can go up like. And in the US and the Canada there is a so many power station you gonna charge your battery like a car just in the 30 minutes 40 minutes. So we are considering like we're gonna get a fast charging station. Like here is also some options or like that ki when you are entering into the campground they are giving the electricity, so you're gonna charge there also, but you need a charger. So we are making that something ki whenever we gonna find a something charging station, so we can get charge our van also and the power bank also. And if we are staying somewhere 6 7 days, so we're gonna charge everything from the solar there. So it's gonna work like that. Okay, that thing is available in the US, Canada, and these countries, but South America they don't have available. So emergency, we are getting also the one small generator for like a extreme. We need a emergency. We need to be moved. So we're gonna start generator and charge our battery and move. So we are considering also some options like that. And yeah, like these thing options.
Great. Thank you so much. I was also thinking of having some kind of a wind powered fan at the top and maybe generate some additional electricity
I
when
know
the van is moving.
it's a good,
Your
but
thoughts on this?
it's a good, but it will be give you a limited power. Like the small wind turbine is not enough for the electricity. It will be give, yeah, okay, you want to just charge your cell phone or just turn on the bulb or like some small things, but it will be not enough for you. You need to be make something like that thing. Okay, you can make something into the everywhere into the van like a pole system. Whenever you are stopped, just put it those into the van, and like you are stop the van and they're gonna be turn it and charging like that. You're gonna do it.
Okay, great. Nitin, we have been speaking for 55 minutes already, and how time flies, it is very hard to keep track.
Yeah, yeah.
So, probably coming to an end of our very interesting discussions. I want to end with a very, very interesting question to you. But before that, a quick request to all the people to subscribe to the show and keep coming back and share this video in your circle with everybody who is wanting to consider a van life and connect with us if you want to get involved in our traveling. I'll be sharing Nitin Sanyasi Travelers Instagram link in the description of this video. Please go and support him. Also follow him, and do keep coming back, volunteering for various causes that we do at Google Foundation. We are a NGO with dreams of growing 1 lakh jungles in the next 10 years, and we require the help of
Even I
everybody.
told you when we discussing about the environment and all. In the last when we are entering the India, so I gonna make like that. She is handling all these things like everything like animal rescues and all. So I'll we take that initiative. Like I cannot make a one big like a trolley behind the my van, and I'll put all the trees like a small plants over there and travel everywhere and just put it those plants into the like to give the people and in the front of me they can we grow and like taking follow of them like okay we are doing something.
Superb. So basically, you are telling me that as you would be traveling in your journey, you would be doing tree plantations on the way. Great. That's a great thought. And in addition, you could also make a list of all the people who are doing animal rescues on your way and connect and meet them,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and probably create a
definitely.
community and maybe later on take their help and create that amazing next futuristic animal rescue center after all of you guys have finished your traveling. So, last question to Nitin before we sign off today. A funny question. You were single for so long and you have just married, so what has changed, and how are you looking at this interesting journey as a married sannyasi traveler from here?
I think like okay when you are a single that are the things are very different but when you are together like get married or something like a little bit emotional but our life is going good like we both are thinking same thing okay what we want what we don't want. Yeah, like everything is going like a little bit change because after you married you are going to the emotionally way and okay you need to be also consider ki what's your partner likes and if something is bothering her and something bothering me so we can just considering little bit those points but the one thing is good ki I always like going in that thing ki we should be discuss on every single part of the thing ki if we will discuss everything we don't have any specifically like a issue in our life ki we're gonna fight like so that is the very good thing ki if you are have a partner so you're gonna be just discuss with everything what is in your mind so it's gonna be solve everything so I'm just like a that person so
Amazing. You guys are a lovely couple. Full power to you for all your amazing plans that you're doing. Thank you so much for coming and joining me for this discussion. I have learned a lot of things from this session, and I hope to remain in touch with all of you. And I hope to remain in touch with you, Nitin and Divya. and follow your journey very, very carefully, because like many of those who are watching this video, I am also following you to learn everything that you do, all the experiences that you have, because at some point of time, they are going to come handy for me and all our listeners also. So thank you very much for joining me. We are at the 1 hour mark, and with a few last comments from Nitin, if you would like to add, and maybe Divya, if she would like to add some comments, we will close this session.
I just want to say thank you for having us here. It was an honor to meet you. We would, next time we come to India, we would definitely love to meet with you. And I think what you're doing, your work, your passion, everything is amazing, and again, inspiring for so many people.
Yeah, and even right now also, like it doesn't, we just sit at home in the weekend when we are free. We just take our car and go hiking and set up our tent and just like make our own food there and hiking, camping. We are doing this thing also right now. So we are not.
Please keep posting. Please keep posting the reels on a regular basis,
Yeah,
so that we can all follow along.
I'm posting the YouTube videos also and the reel also. We gonna show you something like in the people think okay, in the US there is a lot of the building flyovers, but they don't know here is how much the natural things you can explore here. Like
Great. I will put a link to Sanyasi Travelers YouTube channel in the description. Please go and follow that and be in touch with this amazing person.
and even I'm trying to meet some here also. People are involved in the climate change and a hiker group, and even the some amazing person who are contributing into those things. So into the even into the spirituality. So in the coming like a future, I'll be taking those people also into the videos, like having them into the interview or traveling with them and making some amazing content over there. So a lot of the things are coming up into the future.
So Sanyasi Traveler and his lovely wife have got a lot of plans for all of you. Please go and follow them. Please go and stay in touch with them. And here somewhere will be a link to one of their most amazing videos, which will come in future. I will put a link there whenever they share with me. And like you listened from them, they are looking to connect with all the like-minded people. So you will have a direct way of getting in touch with these people through the link in the description. And please get in touch. Let the community grow. Let the strong vibes become more stronger.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jai Hind, and keep rocking. It's time to end the show. Bye bye.
Bye bye.